Happy Monday, everyone. Corinne from Mama's Little Lambs. Today I'm going to be sharing with you something dear to my heart, and I will be back to share with you what it is. Welcome back, everyone. Today I'm going to be sharing with you a basket. You can call it morning basket, daytime basket, all-time basket, but it is a basket that I have created because my son was recently diagnosed with ADHD and PSD, which is processing sensory disorder. And it has been difficult, not knowing what was all going on. But now that we do, we have some really helpful hints and things that we can do. And I want to share them with you because they have really made a big difference in our home, for my son, for our family, and in our homeschool. So I'm going to share some things with you, and I hope they're very helpful. They absolutely have been for me. So I'm going to start, I think I'm going to share with you some toys that I was told about, things that would help with them, things that would calm them, things that would work well with them. And then I'm going to share some books because I got a list of books, and just I had a couple of them, but some of them are new, and I thought it might be helpful if you knew about them. He was diagnosed in May, and he is 5. And you don't always know. As a parent, you struggle when you see your children struggling, so it was really hard. And he was just very active. And then I knew there was some issues with sensory, but I wasn't certain exactly. But it was good to go. We were 3 specialists. We were there for over 3 hours, and he was diagnosed so with the ADHD and the PSD. So I am going to share with you just some things, and I'll get started. So the first little things, and I found these at Target, these little twisties. So it's kind of like little fidget things. And Mason, when we're doing story time and other things, sometimes he can't sit still, or this just kind of preoccupies his mind or his thoughts for a moment. So I picked up, I think this is supposed to be like a little hedgehog. I got a little unicorn, and they just twist, and you can turn them and twist them. You can't hurt them. And there's just a string in between. So, and then the last one I got, this is a little giraffe. So these have worked really good with Mason. So, and he likes these. He'll ask for those. And I have a basket, and we call it our daytime basket and our calming basket. So whatever you want to call it, whatever you want to name it, if your children have ADHD or PSD, these might be helpful. And I just, I had a morning basket, and I have a bedtime basket where we read our storybooks, but I didn't have anything. So our calm down basket has been a blessing. So the next thing that I got was this make your own sensory kit. And this bottle comes with like glitter, and this is a Target, and this was like $3. But you can put everything down inside it, add your water and your oil, and it's just really good. They love these. Mason can be fascinated with these for a long time and watch them, and it's calming for him. So we went ahead and got this one. You can make your own up, however you want to do it. This is just one that I picked up, and it has worked well for us. So I wanted to share that. The next thing that I have are encouraging. These are called cool down cubes. And Mason, there are 35 foams, cubes. There's one dry erase, there's a sticker, and there is also different ideas in there how you can do this however you want to. What I do for Mason is on the cool down blocks is however long it takes him to cool down, he can build these blocks. If he gets cooled down and he gets back in order, he can build with these or however he wants to. But we try to count how many of the cubes we had to use before that took place. So this has really been really helpful. It does says cool down cubes are a sensory item to help ensure order in a classroom or even at home. Hand out cubes to encourage self-reflection and a movement to reset. So it's just a moment to reset. So, just cool down, calm down, deep breath in, deep breath out. Let's build something. Let's be creative. Let's use our hands and our minds on something good. So I do like those. Those came from Target. Those, let me see. These were $3 also. This is Ocean World, and we are going to be doing a unit study on ocean, so I wanted to get this, and he loves the ocean. And it's just filled with all kinds of different sea creatures. There's little beads, and we're going to put water in there, and it's just going to be like a little sensory tub that we're going to have for ocean. And he likes the cool water. He likes to feel cool water on his hands, so I thought this would be great. This, I do believe I got off Amazon, so, and I don't remember the price on that for sure. That's another one. These are bean bags, and these are great for sensory toys. They're just good for them, relaxing, calming, and like if you can see inside, they got the little beaded water beads in there. So they're different shapes, so we can talk about shapes, and it just gives him something to occupy his hands with. He loves the different bright colors, and there are different layers and different shapes, so this one is really pretty. I like really the colors of cards, and it talks about little cards you read. And this one says, I love you. And the next card over here says, I love you more. And it just takes you through, and there's just several of them all through here in different shapes. So these, I'm excited. And I get them, I don't stick them in the freezer, but I do stick them in the refrigerator to get them cool. He does like the feel of the cool on his hands. It seems to refresh him. So these were really nice. So it's a 12-piece, and this is the name of them if you're interested in those. Like I said, there's tons of shapes. And we just talk about our feelings and just how he feels, what those feel like, and we discuss other things. And sometimes it's just soft music, and he's using those. The next thing I got, these are sensory chews, and there was a red one in here. They come with 3 necklace, and these are used for kids with processing sensory disorder and ADHD, also autism spectrum. So, and I don't know if you have a child with any of these diagnoses, but Mason loves to chew on things, and he was destroying toys, so he wears the necklace, and when he feels that urge of chewing, it seems to calm him. So, and I got him, because he's a little boy, I got him some robots. So they're super cute. And he really likes his. I let him pick out which color he wanted. The next one is this bright, cheerful, we call it our caterpillar. It doesn't really have any eyes, but it stretches and it bends and it turns, and you can make knots with it. He loves this also. So this was another one he really liked. He loves the squishy ones. These are great for squeezing and just stress relievers. So he liked this. I got him an ice cream cone, a little cute popsicle. Let's see what other ones. Oh, yes. He picked these out. Let's see. This one is the Lion King, and it's really fun. It kind of has a different texture to it. And this is Spider-Man. And we do have lap blankets that are weighted for his lap. We do also have a blanket that's weighted that he covers up with. And when we're doing school, I put the lap blanket on his lap. That gives him boundaries, and that seems to work well with him. I got these at Target. These were, let's see, $5. They're number learning locks, and he loves counting. And sometimes when he's counting and he's doing things, he's preoccupying his thoughts, maybe his anger thoughts. And it's just number recognition and counting skills, and he learns how to unlock these. So it's another thing that he can do and fidget with, and he's learning numbers and colors and learning things as he's playing with these. I also have a couple different things that we like to do with exercise. So these are language cards, and these are photos, and this is action, and it's really fun because they're nice and bright and cheerful. And if you see all the kids on here, they're singing and they're climbing and they're making a wish or kissing a frog or swimming. bouncing a ball, and we just go through all the different ones. He's digging in the dirt, and we talk about the things we'd like to be doing, and we act out whatever the card is. So if it's a ball, we pretend like we're bouncing a ball, or if we're digging, we'll act like we have a shovel and we're digging. So these are just some action cards to keep him busy, to get some sillies out and wiggle everything out. And then these are Get Fit cards that I got, and this came from the Dollar Spot, and it just has some exercises he can do and things that we can do to keep him moving. So it's a fun and exciting way to keep active. And there's, you roll the die, and whatever die it pulls on, you get the card, and that's what you have to do. So those are really nice. Some other ones that I have are, these are different ones that I got, and I do believe I got these, I think at Target. And these are nice because we take, and I have him stand up, and when he gets real wiggly, I have him stretch, and I put these on the floor, and sometimes I'll do, like, instead of musical chairs, we'll do musical circles, and wherever he stops, we have to talk about what it means. So be awesome, choose happy, believe in yourself, dream big, have courage, stay positive, be kind, never give up, work hard, learn something new, do your best, and smile. So what I will do is I'll spread these on the floor, and he has to step on them. And it just helps him and encourages him to have positive thoughts, and to make and bring joy. And sometimes it calms him down, and it gets out his movement, and kind of settles him a bit. I also have these mindful kids. These are 50 mindful activities for kindness, focus, and calm. And I like these because they're so bright and cheerful. There is a card that gives you the instructions on what you want to do. And you just open it up, and it tells you how to do everything. What is mindful? How do I become mindful? Use mindful kids activity cards. And it just goes through on focus and meditations and best rest and relax, open your heart, and they're just awesome. And like I said, Mason really likes these cards, and I let him hold these cards, and we talk about what does a card say, and this talks about mindful breaths, and it just talks about wake up your mind and body, and it just goes through it. It tells you all the different things to do and what you can do, and how we can practice daily on doing things to help us breathe calmly, take deep breaths, focus, get ourselves back in order. And there's several, like I said, there are 50. So these are really great. I did get these off of Amazon, and they're for ages 4 to 104. It's quite a range. Some other things I got from Target Dollar Spot. This is a positivity kit, and it has all the different things, I don't know if you can see it, that are in here. And I just think it's really nice, and we want to have positive attitudes. We talk about our positivity kit, and we go ahead and we use this, and I just slide this off and put it back on when we're done. The next is strengthening kit, so he can use his muscles and stretch the bands, and so he feels like he has strength, and he is powerful, and he can take control of his situation by his strengthening kit. And then the last one is a calming kit, and if you can see in there, they've got a little fidget and just lots of things, and just talks to him about how we can calm ourselves, how we can feel like we are strong and we can be in control, and positive. How can we stay positive when everything around us seems so negative? So I thought those would be good in there. The next item is Breathe Like a Bear. This has 30 mindful moments for kids to feel calm and focused anytime, anywhere. And Mason loves this book. This is his favorite place and his page, and the one we love to do. This is about hot chocolate. It says, imagine you're holding a cup of hot chocolate in your hands. It is much too hot to take a sip, so you need to blow on it to cool it off. We talk about what the different animals are. What are they floating on? What are they floating in? What color are their scarves? Their cups? What do they have in their cups? And what is the white in their cups? And then it says, bring your cup up close to you. Take a long breath in and slowly blow the air out to cool off your hot cocoa. Take another long breath in and slowly blow the air out. Now take a tiny little sip of your hot cocoa and say, mmm. Make the sound last as long as you can. Try it again. Take tiny little sips and say Put your hot cocoa down. Take a long breath in and let the air all the way out. And there's just several different ones. Like breathe like a bear. Focus. Brainstorms. Waves on water. All different things you can do. And listening and magic and clouds. And just kindness. Imagine you are a tree and send good thoughts and just great things. So I love this book. It has been such a blessing, like I said, and one of Mason's favorite. The next 4 books I've had for a while, but I thought I would bring them out. Some of the things he does not do, but it reminds us of our behavior and how we should be towards others. So this one is Teeth Are Not for Biting. Hands are not for hitting, whether we're hitting someone, we're hitting a table out of anger. That's not what they're meant for. Words are not for hurting. We don't want to say hurtful things. And feet are not for kicking, whether we're kicking something because we're angry or someone. That is not why God gave us feet. So that is a nice set of books that I like. This one is When I'm Feeling Jealous. And sometimes our children, if we have more than one, sometimes they can feel jealous or think one is getting something more, and it can trigger something with the processing sensory disorder or the ADHD. Mason has ADHD combined, and so he has some other difficulties with it. But this is just a sweet book that takes them and reminds them we don't need to be jealous. We're just, we're perfectly made, and God made us the way we're supposed to be. That's a great book. Another one is When God Made the World. And I love this one because it talks about when God made the world, he didn't just make the world, he made us, and he made people, and he made us unique, and he made animals special, and we named the animals, and Adam went through and named them all, and then he made people, and he made us all to look different and be different. And even though we have difficulties, and we may have ADHD, and we may have PSD, it doesn't mean that God didn't make us unique and special, because he absolutely did. So this is just a great book to remind them that they're made in God's image and they are perfect. And though we have struggles, it's okay. We can work through them. And our mommies and daddies and siblings can help us. The next book is What If? What if I know my feelings? And this is Jonathan James, and Mason has a little stuffed animal that goes through this. This was through Usborne Books. And it's happy, sad, angry, friendly, grateful, brave, silly, serious, shy, and scared. You feel your feelings every day. What if we learn about them today? And it goes through, what if I'm happy? I can smile at others. But what if I'm sad? I can find someone to talk to. What if I feel grateful? I can give a friend a hug. But what if I feel angry? I can close my eyes and count to 5. And it just goes through and gives you great little things to do. What if? This is on Monday when it rained. And this just talks about days when things don't start out so well. And you can be disappointed. And it talks about on Tuesday. And it just talks about embarrassed. And all the different feelings. And proud. And as the days go on, scared. And your feelings and how they change. And angry. And all the facial expressions they have. So this was really good. This one is When I'm Feeling Disappointed. And I know that when Mason acts out, or he has to lose privileges, or he gets discouraged with himself, he's really disappointed. And he's disappointed when these things happen. So I always want to lift him up, encourage him that we can always start all over, and tomorrow is a new day, and not to worry about it. And this is just a sweet little book when this little rabbit, and he's just talking about when he felt disappointed and how he can get cheered up and the things he can do to make a difference, to change his attitude. It's kind of like having a frown, and you turn it upside down and you have a smile. The next one is I can handle it. I can handle things that go bad. I can say, excuse me. I can write a letter. I can tell someone else. I can handle it. And it just talks about when you're frustrated and you think you can handle things, and sometimes it doesn't turn out so bad when you're doing chores or doing what mommy asks you to do, or you have to do your schoolwork. Sometimes they think they can handle it, but they're not always able to, and we need to help them along. The next 4 books are also Usborne books. This is the Scaredy Cat. Sometimes things scare them. And this book is about a scaredy cat who became very brave. The Steady Sloth. Sometimes he's slow and sometimes he doesn't always get his work done on time, but he does complete it, and that's the main thing. The next one is the Grumpy Tortoise. Sometimes we're feeling grumpy and we don't wake up in the best mood, but we can turn it around if we want to. And this is the Cautious Chameleon. And he's just cautious about everything, and he's not certain of everything. So he feels a little alarmed and a little uncertainty, but he gets through it. The next one is an Usborne book, and it's called What Are Feelings? And it's a Lip the Flap, and it has what are feelings? Feelings are what we all feel inside our bodies and brains when good or bad things happen to us. And it has little flip the flaps, which I'm not going to do. I'm going to let Mason do those. But it just, what makes us happy, what makes us sad, what makes us angry, why do we worry, what makes us scared. And it just goes through, and sometimes it gives them ideas, and sometimes they don't know why they're afraid or scared or worried. But this helps them with their feelings, to recognize them. This book is really great. It's Find Your Calm, a mindful approach to relieve anxiety and grow your bravery. So this is a sweet little illustrated book with great pictures, and just tells them of different things they can do and how they can find their calm. Listen to my body. Your body knows best when things aren't going right. Sometimes we need to slow down. Sometimes we need to take a breath, have some water, take a walk, see something different. So that's a good book. God Made Me Unique. Jack's Tail Twitches. And this is about, he gets very angry. Things didn't go his way and everything went bad, and they got angry, and the angrier they got, their little faces looked grumpy, and then they had to turn around and fix it all. So sometimes we have to remember that if we get all grumpy and we forget and lose our boundaries, things will turn out even worse. So we want to try to stay calm as we can. This one is called the Usborne On Worry book, and I like this because Mason isn't able to write in it, but I can help him if there's spots he needs to find out. If worry overflows, sleeping tips, different things you can do, things you can doodle, brain puzzles, story makers, just things that you can do. And it gives you like 5 days if you get panicky, if you feel calm, if you need to move, if you just feel sad and you need to take deep breaths. And so this was a nice book by Usborne Books. This is a sweet, special book. God made me special. And I always want Mason to know he's special. His hands, everything about him is unique. Even his ADHD is unique. Nobody's ADHD is like his. This is a great book, My Whirling, Twirling Motor. And Mason said, that's what I'm like, Mommy. I feel like my motor never shuts off. I really want to try, and I want to be better. I just don't know how. So this is such a sweet book. It breaks my heart sometimes to see him go through his struggles. This one is called Lost in the Woods, and sometimes when you're anxious and you feel lost and you don't know what to do, this is a great book because it takes them and it leads them back to where they should be. After they get all wound up and all anxious, it calms them, it relieves them, it settles them, and it takes them back to where they should be. The next one is A Tale of Two Beasts. How two different people's perspective can be. Sometimes the way somebody sees us is not necessarily the way we are. And this is, the name of it is A Tale of Two Beasts, and this is an Usborne book. The next one is an Usborne book, and it's all about feelings. And it talks about your feelings and what we can do to help change our feelings and our thoughts and our minds. The next one is My Mood, My Choices. It's a flip book. So I let Mason, how are we feeling throughout the day? And he flips things. And it tells us to try the following. Ask them to stop, talk with an adult, stay calm, think, count to 10, and walk away. And it talks about how I'm feeling. I'm feeling angry, and how your facial expressions may be. It just goes through several different feelings. So I really like this because I want Mason to know that he has different moods, but he has choices to make also. And changing his choice and his mindset can help him have a better outcome. Now, these are books that I got for myself. It's The Out of Sync Child, Recognizing and Coping with Sensory Processing Disorder. If you don't have this book and your child has PSD, definitely an excellent book to get. Another one is 101 Games and Activities for Children with Autism, Asperger's, and Sensory Processing Disorders. And it has a lot of creative activities and things you can do that will really help them. My brain, your brain, just things, how we get equipped, um, what is in my world, and just how you can do flashcards and paper tracks and home activities. And there's just wonderful things in here. So this is another great book. This book is called, it's by Starbright, and it's called Meditation for Children. And it's sleep peacefully, free of nightmares and fears, awaken creativity, develop concentration, and learn to quiet themselves. So this is a great book too, and it's just not, a waterfall in the cave. It's just got little things that you can read, little stories to kind of help them. So this is a great book also. And this is I Need to Win, Tips for Kids on Good Sportsmanship. And I just thought, because Mason sometimes thinks he always needs to win, and he doesn't. And I'm trying to work on that, because children with ADHD and PSD sometimes can get very anxious or upset if they lose or they're not always winning. So this was kind of a nice book to guide me along the way. This is Empower ADHD Kids, Practical Strategies to Assist ADHD Children in Developing and Learning Social Abilities and Changing Them, Goal Setting, It's Effective Problem Solving Strategies, and it's just a really great book. A lot of this really works with his PSD too, so I'm thankful, for keys to success on different things and what we can do and how we can change things around. So I really like this book. This is another great book, Social Skills on Keeping Calm. So social skills, behavior management, communication, emotions, and learning when things change, and how you can go about, and they can color in this book. There's other activities for them to do. There's a story in here. It talks about their feelings. It talks about being frustrated and all the things that they can do to make their life and situation better. The last book that I have is Sensory Processing 101. Excellent book. It is awesome, and it has so many wonderful things in here and ideas in here to do, like a sound lab and different things with your kid, drumming activities, making your own rainstorm. Just great, wonderful activities, and I am so excited to do some of these with Mason. I'm really looking forward to it. Sensory bags, just all the great things we can do and things that they will love. So this is, like I said, wonderful. The next one and last thing that I have is called My Feelings Journal. And Mason isn't able to write all his letters, but I can help him. What I want him to do is he's going to tell me whether he's happy, sad, scared, mad, or surprised. And because. Today I feel happy because. And then he can draw a picture on why. So he doesn't have to be able to write. And then today I feel happy, sad, scared, mad, surprised, because. So every day we're going to talk about our feelings. And I got these at Lakeshore, and I just think these are so great for children to have. They can express their feelings and share them with you. And we can kind of keep track, keep a log. If you see any type of pattern, it can be really helpful for you. So those are the things I have for our calm basket. I hope this has been helpful for you. I have loved everything. I'm excited to do these activities and just see how well they work with Mason. If you have any questions, leave in the comments down below. I will try to answer them. If I left out something, didn't tell you where I got it, please let me know. Thank you for sharing part of your Monday with me. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe and hit that notification bell so you'll know when I'm doing my next video. And may God richly bless you in this Monday, and may you have a beautiful, sunny day. Bye-bye now.